Oh, crash in front, to left, right.
Well, good morning, everybody. This is a terrible idea, but we're gonna try it anyway. Fuck.
Albi. Bad.
What?
What?
They've
just restarted
restarted the server.
Oh.
That's not going to sit well with a lot of
What
people.
the fuck?
Definitely wasn't reading the stream there.
God, I'm not finishing, am I?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Main thing is you didn't hit anyone else.
Go right on the grass.
Yeah, go right, yeah.
Was it the curb?
Yep. It was busted up.
Are you any damage on the left, on the front right?
I think we're good.
I think it's fine. I just bounced a bit.
We'll have some optional suspension and stop, but that'll be it.
Sounded like a bus fucking ran over you.
I almost lost it in the wall.
Yeah, no, you did an excellent job catching it.
It was just the desk.
Nicely manoeuvred. Oh my Christ!
Fuck me!
Damage.
Oh yeah, like front, but
Okay.
that could have been a lot worse.
Oh my God.
You're right, Jamie. They're going to restart it again, are they?
No way.
Oh, this is a pile now.
What the hell? I missed that.
It was the biggest pile on MC I've ever seen.
Ridiculous.
It's about 20 cars all in.
They're still recovering. Oh my god.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That was Euless as well.
Crash ahead, again. Rear, yellow one.
Up. Oh,
Go.
no. Dan. No. What?
Oh shit.
Dude, we're going to get disqualified. Dan.
Dan. Slow down, get back.
What the hell happened there?
I don't know, you got kicked off of the thing and it...
Need to come into the pits to serve it.
I think we're good.
You're on stream, Jamie. Don't fuck up.
Oh, don't tell me that.
If you do fuck up, make it really spectacular.
Yeah.
Well,
I want double digits.
Then never race an hour again. What you meant to do? This is great. This is exactly what I wanted this to be. So see, this is sounding an absolute bitch.
I love those. I love it about Formula 1. It's half the time it's some old bloke like, oh no, it needs to sound like a 1974 DFV or I'm not interested.
Yeah, I just found out what the culprit was.
What was it?
You don't even want to fucking know. No, I'm just not gonna say. Wow.
That makes it sound so much worse.
Okay.
James.
James.
Yeah,
Hello, James.
Hello, James.
James, this is Kazakhstan calling.
Give me 3 minutes, please. There's a fucking wine gun. Don't even laugh. Don't even laugh, mate.
Well,
What is
we
that?
know what the next car sponsor is.
For fuck's sake.
What is
I'm so
wine?
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Let chaos begin. I'm just completely disconnected from you for a minute.
You got a slow car on the right, car on your left, go left, clear, slow car ahead, car stopped ahead, go right.
No, I'm not.
How did you do that?
Oh my god, Dan, that's the funniest thing.
This is trouble. Right, but don't take it.
The left.
Fuck. I don't like this.
In all seriousness, when I first got married, I spent a good 6 months being really entertained by introducing my wife as my wife.
So your current wife's your second wife, yeah?
Yeah.
I mean, Pro Silver.
All that coming by off.
Oh dear.
He held it. Oh no, he didn't. Oh, it's catching up.
There was
That's
an
massive.
invisible LMP2.
Oh, hold on. We got
repairs.
meatball.
Every time I get out of Mulsanne Corner, I notice that my hybrid usage is at 66%, and then I just immediately start thinking of execute order 66.
The younglings.
Let's hope nobody's got a Jedi livery.
Think of the younglings.
Regret was that I didn't have the car ready to stop for wets.
Yeah,
a
but I
lap
mean,
earlier. But it's all good.
the people that I caught on the outlap that were still struggling on the dries.
Only 7.
Yeah, I know. Thanks.
If your mouth was that sore from sucking off 7 men, I want to know how hard they did it.
Oh, no, gentle.
Why?
Yeah,
Is
some
your
gentlemen.
mouth normally fine?
It's a massive train of cars ahead, though.
Yeah, that's looking really good.
We back in this, boys.
We actually needed the rain, didn't we?
It literally couldn't have come more a better time.
They've just left.
They're still lap up on us.
They're now P2.
He's just written it into a wall in frustration because it's not fixed. They're out. He's just launched it into a wall.
I just watched that as well. Oh, that's savage.
Oh.
I'm fucking flying, boys.
It's gonna be close. Wonder if they forgot fuel or something.
I think they had damage before and they tried to go out. Yeah, oh, yep. Oh, they went straight into an LMP2 at the final corner. I mean, bad luck, boys, bad luck.
They're right back in this thing.
I'm going to bed. Fuck this. 3 seconds. Okay.
I know it doesn't look like it, but for AM position, it's a much better start.
to leave. Got him.
Yes, mate.
Good job, man. Still got 10 minutes. But fuck, yes.
Well, it's going to seem like a disappointment, but P2 at Le Mans, take it. Come on.
Oh my god.
We've fucking done it, boys! Spa 24 winners!
Fuck yeah.
Fuck me, we did it the hard way.
I don't even know if I can. I don't think you. No, you can't do donuts.
Put a nice parade lap in.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Fucking incredible job, James. Incredible.
I don't know how you did that after that damage, but fucking
Me
fair
neither,
play.
mate.
Fucking hell, yes, man.
Oh, it's taken a while. Right, we're back, boys. Ready to go after a pretty disappointing first race. Let's flip over to this one. And we got a lot of work to do. Pretty much. In the first race went how we pretty much expected. The positives were Oscar Piastri was actually very decent on debut. And if we dealt with his strategy a bit better and not gone so aggressive at the beginning, then I feel like he would have finished ahead of Vettel and probably Ricciardo as well. So there's a lot of positives, but the car is a dog. An absolute dog. So we need some improvements. And we need to balance that with obviously making sure we're in a good financial position for what's probably going to be a proper season next year. But let's get on with the management stuff then before the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix. So, up and coming driver Franco Colapinto in F3 currently, 18. I feel like I need to see how the scouting works. I presume it doesn't cost anything to scout, so let's scout him as it suggested it and see just what information it gives us when we scout. So might as well. Suspension manufacturer. Did I ask you to manufacture suspension? I mean, you've manufactured it, but I'm fairly sure I didn't ask you that. That's just stuff from Bahrain. Difficult race. Yeah, we're well aware. Don't worry. Debrief. Medium speed cornering on car 1 could be better compared to the grid. We also noticed that the braking performance of Sebastian Vettel could be improved. Yeah, I mean, we could improve pretty much everything on the car, Chris, to be honest. But thanks for telling me. So why are they manufacturing suspension? Oh, do we already have new suspension? Interesting. Okay. I wonder if that's part of the tutorial that we didn't bother doing. Is that it's now like, look at this part that's manufacturing. I wish I'd known that because I would have made sure we built 2 of them. So you have one in the warehouse, so I presume it's not already manufacturing another one. That'd be complete. 26th of March, 5 days time. That's not in time for Saudi Arabia. That might be. Okay, let's rush it to make sure we get it on the car then. Is there anything else that's being manufactured that nobody's bothered to tell me? So that's why we didn't have enough engineers available for... Okay, so that's just your different gearboxes. That's fine. ERS. We have 2 of those available for the season. Our first one's at 94% currently. I'm not expecting any of this to be worn yet. 87, 87. They've both worn the same on both cars. Engine, fine, fine. Okay. So they're not manufacturing anything. Right, we want another... No, we don't manufacturing. We want car part development. We've got that underfloor being done... Available engineers 5. What's being used to manufacture then? Do they not need... They apparently don't need engineers. Oh, okay. Right, we want another upgrade. Because the unfloor's a sort of a long-term one. I want to see if we can rush maybe a front wing through. Not rush, but I also noticed these CFDs refresh every 42 days, so we can afford to use a bit more of them. So let's put quite a lot on the front wing. Wind tunnel hours, we've actually got quite a lot before it gets refreshed. So let's actually go 30. That leaves us with 30 for one more big upgrade, which we're gonna have to wait for both of these, the floor and the front wing, to finish before we can build another one anyway, and that'll be nearly at that 42-day zone, so we might as well use a fair bit. Right, this is the bit I never know. I wonder if we just keep it on balanced. The underfloor is like our new... It's going to be our Monaco spec floor. We made sure that that was great in low speed corners, so hopefully that'll be great for Monaco. The front wing will make it a bit more balanced so that it's available. It's useful for everything, right? So we should have 5 engineers. We do. So if it's normal, it's ready for April. If we rush it, it's 26th, 14th. I really need to, I wish you could... If I go to the calendar, is it going to cancel all of that? Probably. Let's just have a look quickly. So the races in April are on the 8th. 8th and the 22nd. So that's set to the same as it was. 8th and the 22nd. So even if we rush it, it's not going to be available for... But then that's off. We need to manufacture it as well. I really want to get a part on the car as soon as possible. Hey? If we do an intense approach, it costs way more money and it's going to take longer. Okay. I'm happy to spend $1 million on that because it's a fairly big improvement with the CFD time we're spending on it, and it's gonna be on the car fairly early, so we can actually see, you know, what kind of performance a new part can bring us. Although we're gonna have a new suspension for this race, hopefully. Research to improve car part designs next season. Oh, interesting. So that's how they do the cars the season after. It's actually like research projects rather than just putting a arbitrary value into next year's car like Motorsport Manager. Okay, that's cool. We're not going to look at it yet, obviously, because it doesn't unlock. Right. I just wanted to see quickly. So I want to see if these actually wear. So interestingly, there doesn't seem to be a wear figure, which is what I was expecting. So it's like they're either damaged or they're not, which is a bit of a disappointment, to be honest. So it means you only really need to change the car parts if. So if we go onto engine, it shows the condition. We go onto chassis. There's no condition. So why would you check? There's no point of manufacture. Okay, let's not get too into it for now. The other thing I was thinking is we might want to so we've got everything at level 2 apart from these two now. Airflow downforce drag reduction. Does the same stuff, but also airflow sensitivity. Okay, we're going to upgrade the CFD. I feel like we need to start investing in actual car design facilities as well, but I don't think we're going to do much more than that for the first half of the season. Right, second suspension finished. So now what we do is we go to cars, car 1, suspension, change, suspension 2, install on car 1, install on car 2. Cool. So new suspension, which the game had already built for us for some reason, is now on the car. So we have an upgrade. So now we'll see what kind of, if any, difference that makes. Although I think it was only a very small improvement. Saudi Arabia, race prep, suspension manufacturer, that's fine, it's on the car. Performance targets, I don't really want to guarantee anything. I don't think we'll finish 15th unless something strange happens or that suspension's magically good. So we're good to go. Off to Saudi Arabia then.
Formula One is back. Welcome to one of the fastest circuits on the calendar here at Jeddah. The Saudi Arabian Grand Prix is about to kick off and the atmosphere here is electric. The Jeddah street circuit has one of the fastest average speeds as well as the most corners of any track on the calendar. Good high-speed downforce is going to make life in the fast lane a little easier for drivers here this weekend. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Formula One.
They've done such a good job with the environments, man. Such a good job. Like, to build those tracks is, for a management game, is not any easy feat. It really isn't. Right, we found out last time practice is going to be incredibly difficult and everybody stopped watching when we started doing it. So we're going to simulate. We're going to let the game do it for us. That might change in my own time. I might learn how it works and we might be able to streamline it a bit so that we can do it. But for the moment, for the purposes of entertainment, I understand. We will
Welcome back as we
sim
continue
for
our
it
race weekend.
and get ready for
Practice
qualifying.
is finished and qualifying is hot on its heels. Drivers will have to demonstrate remarkable consistency as they progress through qualifying. Those at the very top of their game will be looking to lay down a lap time that sets them apart from their competitors. Sometimes that's a mere fraction of a second. What does today have in store? Only time will tell.
So practice 3 then. Definitely doesn't look like our suspension upgrades made any difference, but we didn't make it. The AI did before the game started, so that's no surprise maybe. Incredibly close between Vettel and Piastri again, though. I'm really surprised. I thought Piastri would take a few races to get up to speed, but apparently not. Seems like a really good change. Now, you see, this is why I don't think we should automate practice, because their setup confidence is really bad. But that's what we've done. Any different in the other practice sessions? No. Right, so we should be... So now we should be able to make changes. I hate these sliders. They're probably more realistic than... Motorsport Manager. They're an absolute pain to work out what you're doing with them. We're staying near the two that are right, although that's changed massively. Don't know how to get that back in. That doesn't even move that. Okay, we can go that. It's a bit different. Might be better. No idea. And then Piastri's. Noticed the setup confidence yesterday, so he did F4 and did the practice. I want to do the practice, Liam. It's just we had like 5 or 6 viewers in the first race, and as soon as we were like, we're going to do manual practice, we went down to 1 like within 2 minutes. So it's kind of balancing it with what's entertaining to watch, right? I think once I'm used to using it and I've tried it in my own time, so that we can be a bit quicker with changing the setups, then we'll change to it. For now, I think we'll do it just in the qualifying. We'll change it. And at the end of the day, until we have any major upgrades, we're basically nowhere in terms of pace anyway, so it's not going to make the biggest difference. Right, at least we got some of the bad zones into the right areas, which should help.
Radio check. Green light, green light.
Oh, I love the voice, man. Like, they're so buggy sometimes, like they play at the wrong time, but it's such a nice touch. Who's gonna be first to blink? I'm gonna send Piastri out. I want some feedback on that setup. It's done it again. Fix that frontier. It shows the wrong car. Breaks my realism straight away. Don't appreciate that. Right, send Vettel out. Right. I haven't seen much of Jeddah in this game yet, so let's go around with an outlap with Piastri. I love the I don't know if it's meant to have it. It looks like it's got like a metallic fleck to the paint on the car as well. It looks great from that point of view. You can see the road ahead doesn't load too great. It's kind of, it's fine from the outside. We have to turn the graphics down a little bit as well because it crashed. Piastri coming into the final corner now. Oh no, he's not quite yet.
We're good to push.
Let's go standard with the tyres a bit earlier to try and get some temperature.
Push more. Copy.
And as he gets into the final corner, attack, push.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
Overtake.
Copy. Use overtake. Yeah.
happy to push.
Yeah.
And then coming into the final corner.
So we just need to push now.
Yeah.
Vettel sounds so disinterested at all times. I love it. Sorry for the coughing today. I don't often talk this much, so it's not helping. Piastri on his flying lap then. I think he's the only one on one at the moment, so of course he goes purple, but that's to be expected. I don't think we're going to be anywhere nearer to getting out of Q2. Getting out of Q3, Q1.
Get the tyres down now.
But it's the Piastri-Vettel battle I'm really interested in. So Piastri was very impressive in Bahrain. I'll tell you what, I know it's a management game, but like the onboard stuff looks fairly realistic.
So we're happy to let these tyres cool.
They throw the car in a way that's not quite simmy, but they still do a pretty good job of that. Right, out of the final corner comes Piastri. No purples for Vettel, which means Piastri is currently on target to go ahead of his teammate and crosses the line with a 32.2 then.
Yeah, take it easy.
And let's see what Vettel can manage then as he comes down to the final corner. And say no purples at the moment. So it looks like it's going to be second best for Vettel on the first attempt as he crosses the line. Yeah, just under 2 attempts back from his teammate. Not great. Not great. And we're 3 seconds off the Ferraris.
That sounds like someone's gone wide there. Let's have a look. Now look at this. Daniel Ricciardo involved here. They're forced wide, and they won't be happy at all about that.
Maybe that's why we had such a bad time.
The team are devastated.
Lando Norris.
Just what happened out there.
Like the same air. Like, he should be in the car, not a garage. I didn't see Piastri or Vettel have an issue on their lap. Maybe that was the in lap. Right, they're into the box, so let's see. Sets up confidence 61%. This is the problem, you don't get any feedback because they haven't been on it for long enough. So you can make one change for qualifying, and apart from that, nothing. So I wonder if the strat is to run practice 3, simulate practice 1 and 2 to get it somewhere in the right place, and then tinker with it in practice 3 maybe. I presume Vettel's going to be the same in terms of... Yeah, won't tell us anything, but they're a lot more confident now. 65, so it's better, I guess. So we've got 2 sets left. I'm going to use a worn set and just set them out, send them out again. See if we get any kind of better feedback on the setup, and just see if they can improve the second time around, because that seems like a pretty big gap. Doesn't seem like it should be that big. So just trying to see where we are on track. Where's pit lane? Here. So probably now's a good time. Oh, you have to reconfigure. Okay. Why can't I confirm that? I don't want to change tyres though. What? Can I not use the same tyre? Oh, maybe I should take wrong plan. Okay, well, Vettel's going to use a new set now. Piastri going to go out on the worn set. He still can't go out. So it is that round plan. So let's put the old set on. Weird. It's a little UI bug. Right, let's go see if they can find the improvements. I presume it's that set-up confidence that's left such a big gap. But we'll see. We haven't seen the Williams set time yet. That's sort of our only benchmark. So I don't know if that setup confidence has completely destroyed our lap time.
Pick up the pace a bit.
Or if that's just where we are. We'll have to wait and see. Right, Piastri going for it now down the main straight then. We'll leave it over there to see if he gets a green first sector. Vettel, let's go attack a little bit earlier, see if that maybe helps with the tyre temps. He's got traffic in the form of an Alpha Tauri though. He's going to peel into... Oh, why'd you back off? Why would you back off? He was pitting. Oh dear. Well, faster than K-Mag anyway. It's a green sector 1 for Piastri. Still waiting for Sebastian Vettel to come in. It's not an improvement from Vettel, unfortunately. Piastri finding time all the way around. Looks like he will find at least some kind of improvement. Again, this is on a used set, so we've got a brand new set to throw on at the end of Q1. And it's going to be almost a second improvement from Piastri. He moves himself ahead of Russell and Latifi. Latifi's there, so that shows that our first laps were either traffic affected or completely awful. Ignore that, please. Seb not finding time anywhere, though. And again, getting held up by traffic. Why don't they move out the way? Move! I'm a bit worried about this AI. It's... seems incredibly stupid. And Vettel, yeah, finds no time whatsoever.
Drop back a bit.
Oh dear. Oh, we've got back Piastri off. That's not bad. So can we actually see the last lap time? So yeah, Vettel did a 35 because of the traffic. Like, if you're going to have them be affected by traffic, have some decent AI that doesn't stick in front of them on a straight line, and have an AI for your driver that is able to go around it. Yes, you can say find a gap, but you can't... There's no commands to tell your driver to find a gap, or like to back up and then go quick again. Like, it's... You haven't got the control necessary to get them in that gap, so you need an AI that gets out of the way.
Okay. Copy.
Let's try not to get too annoyed right now. We've got one more run. And we kind of want to time it between like we want to go out first, but not first so that we come round just as everyone's coming out of the pits. So I reckon we want to go out at about 3 minutes or 2 minutes 30. If there's nobody else on the track, let's do the reconfiguring now. So they're ready to just jump out. Just give it a little bit. We're going to try 3 minutes. We're going to go now. There goes Vettel. First out on track. Lovely. And Piastri. This is a great shot, by the way. I love this. The camera decides to cut for some reason. So out goes Vettel onto the track then. So I think we're going to try maybe going... So let's go up to standard.
So
like
we just need to push now.
Quite a bit before the beginning of the lap. Just to see if that helps a bit with tyre temperature. We'll do the same with Oscar.
Push a bit more.
So Vettel's perfect. He's in complete free air. I don't think he'll catch these guys at the end of the lap. Piastri, on the other hand, is right in the middle of everybody.
Energy.
Okay.
Let's push a little bit just to see. Oh, he takes out Hamilton.
Save fuel, save fuel.
He's going to catch the back of this. Like here, why doesn't the AI have some kind of like awareness of what's going on? If you're a Formula 1 driver, you wouldn't just charge into the back of a Red Bull on the final corner, and you wouldn't be this close. I mean, he has just massively outbraked Max Verstappen, which, I mean, great job, Piastri, but at the same time. So I think what we did with Vettel is what we need to do in future.
These guys cool a bit.
Just get him right out in that gap before everybody leaves, but not too quick that you then catch everybody. So green sector 1, green sector 2 for Vettel. Piastri improving as well. Vettel needs a big improvement here. No, we don't need to God, I can't wait till they patch this game. I've already seen so many bugs. But anyway. Right, here we go, into the final corner. He needs a massive improvement to have any chance of getting through. Into Q2. Coming down to the line. Vettel goes 15th. He's still slower than his teammate. He's still slower than Piastri. But Piastri's done 2 greens as well. This could be the best opportunity so far to get into Q2. Everybody's still across the line, of course. But if he's going green already, he's already through to Q2 currently. Down to the line, Piastri doesn't improve. Despite having 2 green sectors. Interesting. Okay. Everyone else coming across the line now then. It's Bottas and Magnussen we're really looking at. I mean, Bottas is in horrible traffic. Magnussen looks okay. Bottas across the line, doesn't improve, he got held up. No, he does, he goes 8th. Well, how does he go 8th when he gets held up in traffic? And Magnussen goes 11th. Bottas goes 8th, but he was clearly lost like a second from the Williams. And we have the same thing happen to us, and we do a 35. It's like Codemasters all over again. Fine. We're 17th and 18th again. I'm starting to feel like qualifying is predetermined. Like it does the algorithm and it's like, this is where you're going to be, regardless of what you do. Oh well, Oscar Piastri out-qualifies Sebastian Vettel for the 2nd race in a row then.
It's race day, and final preparations are underway.
Which is a really decent effort from him.
Did a good job during qualifying, and they're pretty much where everyone expected them to be on the grid. Now, it's up to them to defy expectations during the race itself. Haas proved quite resourceful during qualifying. That puts them in a very good position to make the most of
Kevin Magnussen is the only driver that doesn't look right. He looks far too chubby.
If the weather holds steady, we should be in for a spectacular race indeed.
Well, this is certainly going to be a challenging but no doubt exciting race here in Jeddah.
Right, let's make sure we get the strategy menu this time. So it's not here. So we continue. Oh, it's literally this option here. Right. Okay. So if we went sort of medium on pace on the mediums and then went quite aggressive on the hards, that works. Alternatively, he's going the other way around. So it's 1 hour, 17 minutes, 14 seconds. There's 8 seconds quicker. It's 22 seconds slower for the 2. Let's go for that one stop then. We'll start on the mediums, move Vettel. Keep it fairly standard. I don't want to go too crazy on strategy on this one because we went so aggressive last time and we didn't really get to see where our pace was. I just want a race where we do a normal strategy and see what kind of pace we get. And, you know, Miami, there's a high chance of safety car here, right? So I just want to see how a normal race turns out. I think with Oscar, if we go the other way around, start on the hards, keep them, and then push on the mediums, which means we could go a bit earlier, so like say lap 31. So both drivers, we're keeping it fairly steady, and then the last stint we push, but they're just on different tyres at different times. Okay, how does it think of that? Yeah, so by changing those overlaps, that was strategy A was the quicker strategy. That's quicker, and I think that's the same as Sebastian's 1:17.08. around 17:05. So Seb's is 3 seconds quicker. It's not really much of a difference, is it? Right, fuel. How many laps is the race? No idea. Right, let's just go with it. We can change it on the flight. Hey Greg, it's good to see you back, man. I couldn't not, like... Motorsport Manager's like my second most played game of all time, right? Now we have an official one by Frontier that looks this good. Well, the jury's still out if it's actually a better game, but... No, good to see you back in the chat, mate, and yeah, we're going to be playing this a lot over the next few weeks, so be good.
We're now moments away from this.
Here we go then.
The Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. It's lights out, and away we go.
Let's go on board. Piastri down towards turn 1. Looks like he's got a slightly better start than Vettel, who's alongside him. Vettel's going to have a look at that on the inside into turn 1. Piastri should have the inside line going into 2. Big hold up ahead. And they just wait there like good, patient people. And nobody's made up any places at all. Lovely. I mean, like, I'm really enjoying it because it looks great. It's official. The car design is a lot better than Motorsport Manager. The AI is incredibly buggy at the moment. I'm not too sure about how I feel about the racing. It might just be a more complex system and you got to get used to it, but to me it doesn't seem like that at the moment. It seems like everything's a bit predetermined and everybody gets stuck in trains, which I know happens in Formula 1, but it's really weird. Like, a much quicker car will get past, and then all of a sudden the car that's just got past will stay in that tow and then re-overtake them, even though they were a second lap slower. It's a bit weird, but jury's still out at the moment. Sebastian Vettel is desperate to get past his teammate. He's on the quicker tyres at this stage. For the strategy, I think. Good lad, Oscar. Good lad. You can have it back later if you need. I think we just need to let Vettel get on with it. He's clearly got more pace. And see if he can have a go. Car's in front. Piastri's struggling a little bit there. Williams are on him now, so let's use a bit of this charge.
Energy if you need it.
I want to save the fuel for the end of the race when we're going to be pushing a bit harder. Yeah, I mean, the graphics are obviously a huge selling point for it, right? And I think they've obviously have spent a lot of time on it. The management perspective from outside of the races is brilliant, from what I can see. The racing just seems a bit weird at the moment, but it doesn't have to be spectacular. Like, at the end of the day, if you were an F1 manager, all you can do is strategy, maybe when they deploy and use overtake, and the rest is down to how you build the car, right? And that's going to be the same in real life. So I think Motorsport Manager was
DRS enabled.
incredibly gamey in terms of you could use the push and the tyre temps and the ERS. You could use it to manipulate exactly what you wanted the cars to do, and that's realistically that's not how it happens. It is the drivers that do it. So I need a lot more time with it. You know, it's only our second race. But I'm loving looking at it at the moment, man. Like, to go from, you know, EA F1 Manager in 2000 to Motorsport Manager, which was a slight improvement, to what we have here, like, I'm just so happy that my management game has got the treatment this has. And balancing and AI stuff they can fix, right? They can patch. Right, so Piastri's actually closed back up to his teammate now. We're going to go back to neutral now. We used a little bit of deploy. Fuel is about where it is, and we're going to stay on the standard with the tyres because we want these to go longer into the first stint so we can then push the second stint. Piastri coming back at Sebastian Vettel. Don't trip over each other, boys. Asking him to let Sebastian pass might come back to haunt us a little bit here. So Piastri looks to make a move on Vettel. Oh, there's a Haas in the middle of the road.
Was that a crash? Multiple cars, I think.
This is our first crash in the game. What's happened here?
Just watch the Mercedes here.
This is Lewis Hamilton. Valtteri Bottas. George Russell's going to lock up. He takes out Valtteri Bottas. It's Imola 2021 all again. Are we going to see a safety car? We've got a yellow flag. They confirmed it is going to be a penalty. Presumably for Russell. He has carried on with that front wing. Bottas is still running, but he took a pretty hefty whack up the rear there. Well, that's the first crash I've seen so far. It looked fairly realistic, and it was quite a nice moment to happen. So, it's definitely a good chance of safety cars. Yeah, exactly, right? It's when Motorsport Manager was released, we never saw this kind of publicity or like this kind of stream of coverage and like the hype for the game, right? This has got so many different people playing it. It's all those new F1 fans that have been created from Drive to Survive over the last few years and now seeing this game as well. And that's the benefit of it, right? Whenever anybody says, as an F1 fan, oh, Drive to Survive is so over-dramatised and they need to change this, that and that. It's like, look what it's done. It's done so many other things, but we also have a management game like this, and that's only because of the popularity of the sport. It's the only way that someone like Frontier could put the money into it, which is great. Right, Mick Schumacher is struggling here, so I might use
Happy to push.
a little bit of deploy and a little bit of fuel. And let's just see if we can get clear of
use
him.
energy.
Let's push everything for a lap or so. See if we can make any kind of impression, because there's a bit of a gap in front of Mick. If we can get into it. Albon holding on quite well to the back of us, and Gotifi has dropped miles out of the picture as George Russell has put a new front wing on. See what Vettel can do. He's in the DRS. I don't think there's DRS zone there actually, but let's go harvest.
We just need to charge up.
Okay, copy.
Balanced.
Lift and coast will help.
Copy.
Just wait a second, Seb. Wait a second. Why has he got no regen from... This is what I mean. He's...
You can stop lift and coast.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like this bit isn't instant. Now he's got regen. Oh, Jesus, Oscar, what are you doing? Oh, you know what? Fuck it. Oh, no.
Use energy.
No, don't. Almost contact between our
Doing a good job, keep
two
pushing.
teammates there. They're not playing fairly so far today. But like, I feel we told him to harvest. He went into one of the biggest braking zones on the track. No harvesting. And then it's down the end of the next straight. So it's like you almost need to give him the command quite a bit earlier than you actually want them to do it. There seems to be a bit of a lag in them actually applying it. Right, we want to... Also, he's pushing, and he's got 3 spare laps of fuel left. Why has that happened? That's not right. He's got the same as Piastri does. Right, let's go harvest now. And hopefully he'll get some back in the final corner. Got a bit back then. Not really. Right, both of you just go balance with Piastri. Stay on standard.
Save fuel. Yep.
Need to go back to standard with Vettel because it's off strategy what we're trying to do.
Stay cool, man. You're doing a good job.
I have no idea why he's got 5 laps of fuel left.
Copy.
Let's take a
Albon's
closer
now
look.
got past Piastri.
Now watch this. Here's the moment involving Albon.
It's already getting a little old, mate. I'll be honest with you. It's nice that like we've had Piastri move into the team and he's still got all his own radio as well.
Bold move indeed, and with that, they've gained a position. No, that's going to be a big blow to the team.
Calm down, lads.
Will they be able?
It's fine. That gets old. That's already got old very quick. No matter what happens, like a driver has a lock up in practice, the whole team are like, oh, shit, what's happened? It's like, come on. I don't think he has an easy fuel trait. He wasn't like that in the first race. I don't know why he thinks it thinks he's got 5.2 laps of fuel left. Right, we need to do a bit more harvesting. We can probably push on that fuel. If he's apparently got that much, which I don't think he does. Our strategy's like built towards the second half of the race, but the fact that Albon's in amongst us suggests we're not pushing hard enough. It's probably going to get us there. I don't really know what we can do. Like, we fall back massively. We start... Oh, his fuel's equalising now. We start pushing, and it makes no difference at all to the pace. Like, I'm very confused about how we manage this right now. His fuel seems to have sorted itself out now. Yeah. I'm really not 100% how we manage stuff at the moment. I know our car's just terrible, but Vettel's just lost 2 places.
Energy's good. Copy.
Right. So Oscar's been
just gained by Williams.
Has been saving. So let's go back up to neutral. Let's push. Let's go aggressive on the tyres. And then we'll deploy when we get to that main straight.
No saving required.
Go to neutral with Vettel. Yellow in sector 2.
Sounds like someone's locked up.
Just a lock up, that's fine.
This is good.
That has put him behind us, so we're up 16th and 17th right now. Deploy.
Aston Martin with a great play there.
You want to
They've
deploy
moved up a place.
Let's go overtake. I don't know which ones.
Use overtake.
I think that uses less. Let's see if you can get Albon. So this time it seems to be working. Like they're both increasing their pace. I have noticed Albon is on the soft tyres. So maybe that's why. I think we are this kind of gap off the main field. Come on, Oscar. Oh, Vettel's going for a move as well, almost free wide into turn 1.
Doing a good job.
Albon fighting back round the outside.
Looks like Aston Martin have
Piastri
just
ahead
gained
them.
the race position.
Let's keep it an aggressive
Yeah, take it
and
easy.
push for a lap,
Copy.
but go back to neutral. And then with Seb, let's try the same thing. So, push, aggressive. And then when we get later in the lap.
So we just need to push now.
Copy.
Right, now we use overtake. Unfortunately, Albon does have DRS on Piastri still. Able to break away. Oh, round the outside from Seb. And then just completely back. The AI is a bit janky still. Still a bit janky. Which Motorsport Manager was very much so. And Albon just cruises back. This is what I mean, like, you can't...
Still a lot to play for.
You can't break away from people. No matter what you do. Unless your car is like 2 seconds
And there's
quicker.
an overtake from Williams.
Yes, we know, I was watching it, Crofty. Very much feels like until we have a car that can compete with the midfield, it doesn't matter. It's not going to matter what I do. We're just not going to be able to compete.
Drop back a bit.
So you know what? I'm just gonna stick to the original strategy now because we've used a bit too much tyre life. I'm just gonna go back to completely middle of the road. Yeah, but that's the thing, Greg. Like, we gave Piastri got past, and then we gave him a full lap on full attack. All the toys. He had overtake mode on, he had push on the fuel, he had aggressive on the tyres, and he didn't even gain a 10th. Like, Albon just stuck to the back of him.
This is good, come on.
So to me, it kind of feels like they're artificial. I mean, Albon's pitting now, and that's what I mean. He's on different strategies, so it doesn't really matter. It feels to me like Albon that you just like it's scripted almost. But it might just be that we don't know how to manage it yet, and it will get better. And maybe once our car is
Haas with an overtake.
competitive with the midfield, then the racing will make more sense. At the moment, we're massively quicker than Williams. It's only because Albon was on different tyres. And we're nowhere near the midfield, so maybe that's why it seems like no matter what we do, we can't do anything.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
Vettel holding up Magnussen quite well there, though. But let's just stick on standard to get our tyres back, balance to give us some fuel, and neutral to make sure we've got something in the tank. Let's go to the first stops and just see where we are, I guess. We need car upgrades. Because I do think Aston Martin are a weird team in the game at the moment, where they've made them a fair chunk quicker than Williams, but they're a fair chunk slower than the midfield, so you just can't compete. I feel like midfield and then the front battle, every little decision you make might make a difference, but at the moment, like even the Haas's, I could micromanage everything here, trying to manage it, but they will just get past us eventually. Like, if this was for points as well, then you would micromanage it, but...
Is that a new race position for Haas?
It's just the scale of the challenge, boys. So Aston Martin are not too bad. They've got the 5th best HQ in Formula 1 when you start, so it's actually a bit more decent than the car. It's just the car's terrible. So we have made some upgrade buildings, but we put a lot of money in. Also, like, we've got no ERS left when we're on neutral. You're not meant to be using any. I don't understand it. There's either a lot of learning in this game to be done, or stuff's not working right.
Looks like that was a position gained for Alfa Romeo.
So yeah, we've spent a lot of money on a new floor and a new front wing, which will be on the car in the next month or so. So I think it's just the car is a bit of a dog at the moment. The facilities are pretty good. Obviously, we changed Piastri. I put Piastri in for Stroll, just because I don't want Lawrence Stroll in our team. And we're role-playing that Lawrence Stroll's gone as well. And Piastri's done a great job so far. I mean, Vettel's not beaten him once in qualifying, and they're pretty even in the race. Apparently, Piastri's the new Minister of Defence. No one seems to get past him.
Tsunoda is pitting this lap.
Tsunoda into the pits then. Vettel having a look at Bottas. That's what I mean, like, that Alfa Romeo is so much quicker. He overtook Piastri, and then Piastri just breezed back past. And we haven't changed anything. We haven't, like, put him into push mode or deployed. Piastri just cruised back past for no reason. But then, I guess I'm being harsh as well, because Motorsport Manager does exactly the same thing. It's just a bit easier to get clear when you've got pace. It looks so pretty though. So pretty. Right, how long we got to Vettel's pit stop? He's now tracking the right side of that. Piastri's getting back. So Vettel's definitely better on his tyres. Was in the first race as well. It was close as you like. And now let's see if Bottas pulls away. Piastri fighting it back.
Just moved up
Down the inside. Now we'll have DRS. Cruises back past. Vettel down the inside of Bottas.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
Agreed. What pit window are we in?
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
We're not in any pit window yet. I don't know what they're on about. I mean, this is great defence from these boys, but... I feel like we just don't need to do anything. Just choose when they pit. Maybe up their fuel a bit and just leave them to it. Bottas looking to make a move again. Go on, Seb. No. We are in Saudi Arabia, aren't we? Because there's apparently a 35% chance of rain in 3 minutes. Seems a bit unlikely. Seb's fuel's broken again. Let's defend with Piastri down the straight. See if that helps. I wonder if they maybe just don't... They do specific things only if you do it at the right time. Like if you only do overtake when you're behind, if you only do defend when you're behind, ahead. Even though theoretically it should deploy energy either way.
Use energy.
Probably.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Now that worked. That definitely works. Vettel to use push and he just disappeared on the pair of them. That was nice. Lies indeed.
Aston Martin are
Can't
moving
possibly
up the field.
rain. Yeah, let's
Here's
watch
the
that again.
replay.
That was
Taking a look again.
That was
it
sweet, Seb.
involves Sebastian Vettel.
I think his fuel's bugged, Fred. He's got the same amount of fuel as Piastri.
And what a great move that was.
And he's got 1 kilogram more, which is not 5 laps. 4.3. .0. And he's not pulling away either. It makes no difference how much fuel they use. I know they're in the tow, but like... Seb can probably go a little aggressive there. He's ahead of his tyre strategy. Piastri. Oh, careful, boys, careful.
Happy to push.
Copy.
Yeah, he might be. It might be one of his stats because he's smoother or more consistent or something, I guess. He can just do more on the thing, but...
Okay, happy to lift and coast.
Copy.
So back off.
Copy.
That kind of sounded like a team order, didn't it? He's about to cruise past his teammate. Optimal lap for pitting. Ignore. Is it? It is, you're right. That was when we set the strategy. Okay, let's get Seb in. Let's break these boys up because, yeah. It's getting a bit too close for my liking.
The box.
That must mean Piastri. Oh no, Piastri's still a good 7 or 8 laps off hitting. I wish you could do this camera mode on 4 times. Because I really don't like the map one because you can't really see what's going on. I mean, we can all see the fuel's buggered. Obviously, I know it is. Alright, come on boys, good stop. Decent, under 3 seconds again. Good. We'll take that one. Should clear the Williams. Yep. Yep, so he's out ahead of Albon. Good. Right, so the idea with this stint was to then go aggressive, is what it said we could. Let's use a bit of fuel with him. Keep it in neutral. Piastri's got a few laps to go. Bottas is on his tail. I don't see that there's any point in using anything to defend here. Apparently we don't need to. Piastri's just has got all the skills in the playbook already in his second Grand Prix. And wheel to wheel with Bottas and now Ricciardo. Bottas finally gets past. Now that
You've done a good job.
That didn't make any sense.
A position gained for Alfa
Every lap
Romeo.
Bottas has got ahead
Still a lot to play for.
and we've stayed in the slipstream. As soon as there's another car behind us, it's like the AI goes, oh, you're not fighting that car anymore. And he just dropped a second.
With a great overtake.
It's very weird. So we'll wait for a lap time from Vettel. Just see what his pace is on those hard tyres. It is a shit car, Frederick. I mean that. I can make all the comments about the game itself. I think I've answered my own question before. Like, it's the car that means that I think no matter what we do, we can't compete. I mean, Vettel's just done a 36.6. He's pushing. He's on aggressive mode and he's on fresh tyres. And Piastri's 3 tenths quicker. Doing none of those things. I'm sorry, it doesn't make any sense. Unless Sebastian Vettel's just shit, you know. Make it pink again. I wish we could change liveries. I wish. Because I'd love to put a proper, like, green and yellow Aston livery on there as well. But it's one for the future, maybe. Let's see this time around. There's no traffic. He's had a lap to warm up his tyres.
Aston Martin with a great play there.
Although Piastri's in 37s now, I guess. Right. Balanced on fuel, we need to get a bit of that back. Now we just need to get to Piastri's stop then. Oh, let's get this over with, boys. We need we need upgrades. We just can't fight. Thank you for showing me that. I didn't need to see it.
Was that a lock-up on the track?
Ah. Oh no, he didn't go, but he didn't drop
It's
behind.
a race position gained for Mercedes.
Russell past Piastri. Piastri really struggling now on those tyres, but he just needs to go a little bit longer. What's the gap between him and Vettel now? About 17 seconds. Or 15. Okay, yeah. So, box this lap. We'll put the mediums on him. And we can't push to the end. Come on, boys. Good pit stop again. It's all we've got at the moment. Right, in he comes. He should come out pretty comfortably between Vettel and Albon. A lot of people pitting on this lap, apparently. Or do those pit crews always stay in the pit lane? It's another bug if they do. On pit exit, Vettel has gone past them. And Piastri comfortably out ahead of Albon. So we'll give him a couple laps in standard and then we'll go to aggressive just to not take too much life out of the tyres straight away. Looks like Vettel's currently on target for that aggressive to work. So let's just go through a few laps then. We're about to get laps as well, which doesn't help. That's probably enough for Piastri. Yeah, he's got a nice little margin above now, so we'll go aggressive with him.
Push more.
To be honest, I'm just going to keep that fuel in reserve. Like, I don't think... It's like 6 seconds to Mick Schumacher. Russell is recovering after the damage. So... honestly, like, I don't see any point in putting wear on the engine. We just need to take the pain in these races and get our upgrades on the car. Oh. Yellow flag.
Yellow exit of 6. Yellow exit.
Let's take a look
Bottas
at the replay.
again.
Now let's watch this.
Well, to be fair, he was hit by George Russell last time. Oh, he's hit the curb.
Clearly something
Lost the front wing.
very wrong there.
Safety car? Did he get going again?
And the team had such high hopes today.
Oh, he got going again. What a shame. No safety car then. So we're as we were. I'll just wait. That should be Perez. It's a little way to Perez, so now we can probably push a bit on that fuel. Maybe harvest for a few laps. Maybe that's why we're not getting the charge, because we're not harvesting at all. Because it says neutral, you don't get anything back. So maybe we need to do a charge lap and then a deploy lap, or then a normal lap. Maybe that's the issue. You can see by their last lap times, I guess. 37.5, 35.4. Let's see what they do this time round. 35.8, 35.8. And now if we go on to neutral, now that we've harvested a bit. $35.3, $35.6. Barely any difference. We just need a quicker car, lads, let's be honest. Let's get this one over with. Barring a safety car, not much is going to happen yet. there is an almighty battle going on with the teammates. I feel like this is a little bit personal for these two already. Only on the second race. They're pretty much the only two that... well, they're the only other driver they can fight.
So this is last lap. This is last lap.
Oh, it is the last lap. Got plenty of fuel. It'd be nice to beat Bottas. So let's go attack. And let's go.
Looks like that was a position
Deploy.
gained for Alfa Romeo.
Push.
No, Valtteri, don't you dare. Come on, Oscar, give it everything. Is Vettel in touch? No, he's sort of dropped off. Let's go defend and over. No, wrong way around. Shit. Overtake. I mean, if we could stay ahead of Bottas, it would be something, I guess.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
Yep.
Can Oscar hold on? Bottas will have DRS over the line. Oscar holds on. I mean, we beat another car that wasn't a Williams. I'm not counting Williams. We beat Bottas. I mean, he did get completely taken out by George Russell and then hit a barrier all on his own. But yeah, we're 9 seconds off the Haas of Schumacher and 15 off the midfield. But Piastri beating Vettel. It's a really good showing from him, considering. And he's only going to get better once our young driver centre's completed.
What an incredible outcome for Aston Martin's drive.
I wouldn't say it was an incredible outcome, Crofty.
Aston Martin
I
having an
thought
extremely good
I'd
day
gone
at the
into Narnia then. I don't know what that
I
screen
couldn't
was.
agree more. It just shows what this team can do when all the
Guys,
pieces
you're
are
making us look
firing.
like idiots. What are you
With the
doing?
race wrapped
We
up,
finished
the
16th
team
and
was ranked
18th.
in ninth in the
You can't
constructors'
be running
standings.
about celebrating.
And for the next round, Formula One is heading down under.
Lawrence
Exciting
Stroll was
times
still
ahead
here,
in
he'd have your head
Australia
off.
on the shores of the Albert
Maybe that's what
Parkway.
they're celebrating, the fact that Lawrence Stroll's not here anymore. Or Lance. But yeah, I mean, that's nothing to be happy about, guys. 16th and 18th, we got a lot of work to do. Victory for Max Verstappen after Sainz is winning the opening race then. Ferrari's second and third. A 10th between those two. Sergio Perez again, and then the big gap to the midfield, led by Mercedes at the moment. McLaren get their first point as well. That's not good news for us. Oh well. I feel like that was a better showing than our first race, but we just need upgrades. A bit of experience for Vettel. And Piastri continues to grow nicely. +1 development point. I have no idea what that means. We'll see in a minute. Just under 4 million for the race. We didn't accept any other objectives. Probably best that we didn't, because we didn't finish 15th anyway. Race simulator is complete. Nice. Right. We're going to go on a quick, probably 5-minute break, if that, before we get ready. We will do Albert Park tonight, but we're just going to take a quick break to go to the loo, get a drink. So I'll run it onto the break screen, and we'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes to do the lead up and the race at Albert Park.
Oh, crash in front. To left. Right.
Well, good morning, everybody. This is a terrible idea, but we're gonna try it anyway. Fuck.
Audi. Bad.
What?
What?
They
just restarted
the server.
Oh.
That's not going to sit well with a lot of people.
What the fuck?
Definitely wasn't reading the stream there.
God, I'm not finishing, am I?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Main thing is you didn't hit anyone else.
Go right on the grass.
Yeah, go right, yeah.
Was it the curb?
Yep.
Yep. It was the bus stop.
Are you any damage on the left, on the front right?
I think we're good.
I think it's fine. I just bounced a bit.
We'll have some optional suspension and stop, but that'll be it.
Sounded like a bus fucking ran over you.
I almost lost it in the wall.
Yeah, no, you did an excellent job catching that.
It was just the desk.
Nicely manoeuvred. Oh my Christ!
Fuck me!
Damage.
Oh yeah, like front, but
Okay.
that could have been a lot worse.
Oh my God.
You're right, Jamie. They're going to restart it again, are they?
No way. I missed.
the pile
What the hell? I missed that.
It was the biggest pile-up on MC I've ever seen.
Ridiculous.
It's about 20 cars all in.
They're still recovering. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That was Euless as well.
Crash ahead. Again. Where? The other one.
Up. Oh
Go.
no. Dan. No. What?
Oh shit.
Dude, we're gonna get disqualified. Dan.
Dan. Slow down and get back.
What the hell happened there?
I don't know, you got kicked off of the thing and it... I think we're good.
You're on stream, Jamie. Don't fuck up.
Oh, don't tell me that.
If you do fuck up, make it really spectacular.
Yeah.
Well, then
I want double digits.
Then never race an hour again. What you meant to do? This is great. This is exactly what I wanted this to be. So see, this is sounding an absolute bitch.
I love those. I love it about Formula 1. It's half the time it's some old bloke like, oh no, it needs to sound like a 1974 DFV or I'm not interested.
Yeah, I just found out what the culprit was.
What was it?
You don't even want to fucking know.
Like
I'm
a
just-
or something.
No, I'm just not going to say it.
That makes it sound so much worse.
Okay.
Right, let's get ready for Australia then. So we got that development point for Oscar Piastri. Interestingly, thanks, Liam. The full 12-minute one's pretty good. It's nice looking back at all the moments. Hopefully we can keep adding to it in the future, now that we're back streaming regularly. But glad you enjoyed it. I'm not sure how I feel about this. You get to decide how you develop the drivers. It's very gamey. I can't imagine any team principal rocks up to Piastri and is like, I'm going to give you a point in smoothness. But I guess it's a game feature, right? Let's hear your guys' ideas. What do you think? I feel like we should boost his smoothness because it's low, but at the same time I feel like we should get his qualifying pace up because he's already out qualifying Vettel. And we've got that big floor upgrade coming for Monaco. So if we can qualify well at Monaco, then maybe it will help us. I mean, it's only 1 point. We're going to get a lot more of these, I would presume. Right, I'll decide. Control, prevent racing incidents. This will be very good. Adaptability, poor weather on track, overtaking, defending. I reckon we go braking. I'm all in for Monaco. Ever since they announced the part system, like I've been down for like just concentrating on Monaco when we got a bad car with the new floor. I'm all for like making him a qualifying god. Right, race simulator's complete, so we've now got better experience gain for our drivers. Post race, we don't need to look at that. Jeddah, I know it's difficult. Yeah, fine, cool. Right. We're already developing all the parts we need. I feel like the parts are probably still the same. There's no wear on front wings and stuff, so yeah, fine, cool. Let's just continue. Alright, go to board confidence. They're satisfied. Expect a good result in 4 months' time. Alright, cool. Financial report is healthy. Right. We're earning about $1 million more, or a fair bit more than we would have done with Stroll, because Piastri's quite a lot cheaper, which is good. So I feel like we're all good on that front. We're low on suspension stock. I know, but they don't seem to like affect. There's no wear on them, so unless they have a crash, in which case I'll just put suspension 1 on it. There wasn't that much difference. That's fine. race prep. Where do we... Can we set tyres anywhere? Reach keyframe. Not happening. 15th, probably not happening. We've got no upgrades. Race targets. Not getting the fastest lap. Hot streak. Finishing position. We've not even finished 15th once yet, so no, we're still not guaranteeing anything until the car's better. Right, let's just go to the weekend. I want these upgrades, which are a few races away. I feel like for the moment there's not much we can do.
Welcome to Melbourne for a weekend of fierce competition.
Even for Oscar Piastri's home race.
We're a stone's throw from the beach.
We have
here at
nothing
the
new to
Albert
put on the
Park
car.
circuit. It might be party mood in the grandstands, but in the paddock, expectations and tensions are high. The Albert Park circuit is bursting with rapid corners and a long straight where drivers can push their speed to the limits. Good attention to medium speed downforce will likely make beating this beast of a track just a little bit easier. We might still be early in the season, but that doesn't mean we can sit back and relax. Everything is up for grabs, and nothing is certain at this stage. So, without further ado, let's get started.
I've done the track so well. Oh, some rain on Friday. But none for Saturday or Sunday. That's a shame. Right, I'm still in two minds about practice. Let's simulate practice 1 and practice 2, and then we'll maybe do practice 3 and just see what kind of difference it can make. Our car's no quicker, I wouldn't expect it to be. Self-confidence was pretty good. What if we actually... We could do that. We could adjust their setup. I'm going to move that back to being... So if we actually change their setups in between the sessions and then let them do it, maybe that will help. Big change because that was bad. Big change because that was bad. Cool. Practice 2 and then simulate it. Race ahead of the Williams. We're a little closer. Set up confidence much higher this time. Okay, maybe that's the way to do it. We make the changes, but we don't actually do the practice session.
And then qualifying. Time and time again, we see just how little separates the drivers as they complete their qualifying laps. Those who have pushed that little bit harder during qualifying can be rewarded with a grid place that sets them apart from their competitors going into the race. Let the competition commence.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that looks fine. Oscars is already pretty good, so we'll let them change it in practice. We'll get Seb's back into the window. I mean, we're even further off. And their setups are really good, so like it's the car. It doesn't matter what we do on setup at the moment. Yeah, ready to go. Let's go into qualifying.
Ready to check? Ready to check.
Okay, should be green now.
Right, let's I'm gonna send Vettel out first every time now, just because so it matches up with the animation. So this graph is interesting. Like expected traffic. Track grip doesn't change, which is odd. But anyway. Alright, manual control. Let's come on board with Vettel around the new Albert Park circuit. Could really do. Be a great track for straight line speed. Shame we have none of it. But we have none of anything at the moment. No downforce, no straight line speed. We are appalling in every area.
So we just need to push now.
Copy.
You can stop, lift and coast.
Yeah, copy.
Right, come on, Seb.
You can use energy. Use energy. You can use energy.
Okay.
He's been terrible in qualifying so far. Although this is Piastri's home race. So you would expect him to be right up for it.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
Copy.
Use energy.
Copy.
Alright, come on, boys. Whatever position you get, we're never going to hold it in the race, but let's at least try and get through to Q2 for the first time. They're much happier with the setups this time. Oh no, Seb's going to run straight into the back of it. And that wasn't as bad as normal, but still wasn't great. Piastri's going to catch this Alpha Tauri as well. It's Sonoda. No, it's
Do what
Gasly.
you can to keep the tyres cool.
Copy.
Right, Vettel coming up to the line then for his first flying lap. And we'll see where we are in relation to nobody. So 121.8. Is it good? Probably not, but we have no idea.
Drop back a bit.
Right, Piastri's first effort. They're green, not purple so far, so it suggests he's a little down on his teammate for the first time in qualifying this season. Punching it out of the last corner, down to the line. And he's ahead. He's comfortably ahead. He's 1.3 seconds clear of Sebastian Vettel.
Yeah, take it easy. Copy.
Piastri has some unbelievable one-lap pace. He is just destroying everybody. Or destroying Vettel at the moment. Did I not? I thought I switched him. Maybe that was me. In which case, I destroyed Vettel. Okay, thanks for the heads up, then. I thought I clicked them all into attack mode, but I obviously didn't.
Copy, copy. So use the pit limiter, pit limiter.
Ah, okay. I forgot to put him up. That'll do it. Okay. Well, let's get Seb straight back out for a run on his worn tyres then, so that he at least gets something representative.
Copy that.
Piastri quicker than Verstappen, confirmed. He's ahead of Sonoda at the moment.
You've got loads of energy.
Yeah.
There we go. We got it right that time. We might as well send Piastri on another run on some used tyres. I don't know why we're saving a set every time. We never use them.
If you need it.
Actually, that's a fair point. Let's just whack some new tyres on him. He's never going to get through. If he does, it's a miracle, and we'll just deal with it.
So we're happy to let these tyres cool a bit.
Copy.
I mean, our engineer might be, we're not. Oh, please don't catch this Alpine.
Okay, energy's good.
Copy.
We should be
Pick
okay.
up the pace a bit. Yeah.
With him on the right settings, Vettel does a lap within a tenth and a half of Piastri. There we go. Okay, not too bad.
So back off.
Okay.
He doesn't sound very happy about it, but he has.
Push a bit more.
Okay, let's see what Oscar can do on a new set of tyres. He's not improved in the first sector. He's going to hit traffic in the second sector and slow down. He didn't. It's a miracle. The AI actually got out of the way. I don't believe it. Oh no, we still got a McLaren in the way. Yep, no, there we go. Fuck's sake, man. It shouldn't be hard. If Codemasters can manage it, Frontier should be able to in cars that people aren't even driving. Right, there we go again, Seb. I don't think we're going to see an improvement here from Piastri. No. He did a 21.9, so he lost a second to the traffic. Brilliant. Complete waste of the tyres. The only thing I'll say about the AI, Liam, is like it's something that's fixable, right? It's something that they should be able to patch in. There's nothing fundamentally wrong with the game currently. It's just the AI are a bit derpy. They're a bit derpy in the race, and in qualifying it's even worse and more noticeable. But that's something you would expect they can improve. But yeah, I can see why, mate. Slightly infuriating. I'm sure, like, the drivers not getting out of the way is equally infuriating in real life, but at least it's not this bad. And the drivers aren't getting penalties for this.
Copy that.
Alright, let's see what Seb can do on a set of new tyres.
Use energy if you need.
Copy.
It's currently just clear of the drop zone, but we have no times from Leclerc and Russell, and Hamilton is surely going to improve, so he's going to need a big improvement here. Let's just get Oscar ready with those new tyres. And Vettel not improving. Down to the line. Doesn't improve, stays where he is then. 120.8. So pretty much the same lap he did, I think. He did go green in sector 3. Right. One more run. Russell and Hamilton still to improve, so I think we're 18th, and well, Verstappen's going to improve, so we're pretty much where we normally are, let's be honest. And we're almost certainly going to stay there until we get some upgrades, which is fair enough. Right, let's send Piastri out. Let's wait a little longer for Vettel. And see if they can improve. Let's try warming the tyres a little earlier in the lap this time. See if it makes any difference. Piastri on his way. His tooltips are annoying me a little bit in terms of how we can't really... oh, that's a bit late. You're fine. In terms of how it's... they don't close automatically. I think we fucked up here.
Rears are hot.
I think we've sent Seb at the perfect time. I think we've sent Piastri to his doom here, because he's about to catch the entire qualifying field on their outlap. And he's done 2 greens. Lap ruined. And Seb's not improving. Lovely. Piastri across the line. Doesn't improve because he caught the back of the field. Seb not looking like he's going to improve.
The checkered flag is now out.
And doesn't. I thought for a minute Piastri might have actually had the fuel to finish that lap, but he didn't. So we just got to wait for everybody to cross the line. There goes Verstappen, there goes Russell. I presume Hamilton will go up as well. 17th and 18th. I mean, we could have predicted it with no upgrades on the car. And no, we haven't got any strengths on the car either. It's not like we're good on certain types of tracks. The car's terrible everywhere, so... Let's get through the pain, boys.
The time has come for these drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel. Race day has arrived.
Let's get through Melbourne.
Aston Martin were on
I
target
think
for qualifying.
the front wing
Now
should
it's
be
up
ready
to
for the
them
next
to defy
race, and then the floor for
expectations
Monaco.
the race itself. Haas met their potential in qualifying, and they'll be expected to make a good start.
Mick looks great.
Let's see if
His
they
model
can
was
make
really
it work
good.
for them. And the clouds today look very ominous.
To be honest, they're all
which
great
means
apart
that
from Kevin
teams may
Magnussen.
have to contend with rain at some point during the race.
Exciting choices lie.
Right, I mean... Yeah. Doesn't matter really, but... So, it's currently showing... So, 1:20:24, 1:20:06, 1:20:06. A and C are... Yeah, so it's going to be a one-stop strategy. I think so, Greg. I think so. The problem is, for some of the teams, the good days never come. At least we've got an opportunity here to turn it around. To get to the good days, hopefully. I mean, these two strategies look as good as each other. So... Seb looks after the tyres better, so I'm going to start him on the hards and go as long as possible and see if we can maybe get to some softs. Let's be honest, even if they're... Like, if we go easy on the pace, we're still not exactly going to be able to push much with the mediums at the end. So... I think they probably got the strategy bang on. Seb should be able to take them a bit longer because he's better on his tyres. So we'll go with C for Seb. And then for Oscar, I kind of want to start him on the softs again, but like... it went so badly in the first race, I don't really see much point. We'll just go the other way around with Oscar and go mediums to hards. Just wondering if we go easy in the first bit, whether we could push. No. Tyre wear's not good around this track at all. I kind of feel like a two-stop might be better, but it says it's not. Fuck it. Let's... It says it's like let's try a different strategy for Oscar. Why not? Oh, why have you not saved it? It'll be very tight, but like I feel like we've got to try something different. What if we do it the other way? I can't see how that would benefit, to be honest, but if we did it the other way around. I think we need the mediums at the beginning. I'm just going to try it, guys, because, like, you know. Guess where we're probably going to finish? 17th and 18th. So, let's just give it a go. And by going deep into the race on mediums, leaving... Why is that so different now? What if we... Try that with like an aggressive sprint at the end. Let's try it. So we need to keep Oscar on low. Medium, soft, medium. I don't think it'll be any different. You know what, Greg? Do those tyres last, though? They do. It's going to be tight, but you know what? It's quicker. It's quicker. We needed you back on strategy, Greg. That's why. Okay, let's go B. And that was with... That's not with any change to pace either, is it? That's staying on 3. Nice, okay. And then Sebs, we need to... Stay on 3 again. Okay, cool. Right. Australian Grand Prix. Here we go.
It's a bit of a cloudy day for the race.
Oh, Aston Martin's the safety car.
as
I instantly feel
ever, is
better.
electric.
I feel like we've got more chance now.
Taking a look at the Aston Martin. They'll be starting the race from the bottom half of the grid, so there's a fair bit of ground
This
to
disappoints
make
me
up.
immeasurably.
There's the second Aston Martin. Slower
Considering
than
how
most
people,
yesterday,
how
so
quickly
today
people
they'll
mod
be
helmets,
starting from the
how
bottom
hard
half
would
of
it
the grid.
have been to put F2 and F3
Everything's been building to
liveries, like helmet liveries in? There we
Get
go.
ready for the Australian Grand Prix. And it's lights
Oscar
out,
Piastri had his
and away
home
we
race for
go.
the first time then, out qualifying Sebastian Vettel for the 3rd time in a row in his debut season. Looks to make a move around the outside of Mick Schumacher and does so that's 1 position gained for Piastri.
This is good.
So use a little bit of deploy maybe
Energy if you
just
need
to
it.
make sure that we stay ahead. Mick Schumacher looking to make a move around the outside again. Now going wheel to wheel. Is he going to squeeze him out? He's going to have the inside line there, Mick, isn't he? Again, we're using deploy mode and it's not using anything, so I feel like this button is completely useless. And Vettel has at least stayed ahead of the Williams. And we'll speed it up a little bit. Okay, fair enough, mate. I think that's a fair deal. Yeah. No, if you somehow do manage that, then Absolutely. I will bow to you on all strategy decisions. Actually using overtake to see if we can get past. Not happening. He's made a good start though. He is obviously on the quicker tyres. He's at least holding on to the back of Mick Schumacher at the moment. Aston Martin isn't doomed in what sense if you take over or with me at the helm? or if we're relying on strategy from you. We're definitely doomed at the moment, but we've not put anything on the car. Apart from some crappy suspension that the AI was developing for us. We've not put a single new part of the car yet, so... I would fully expect us to be screwed, to be honest. Right, let's get going a little bit. We're going to do it. We said we were going to do it last race. So let's just leave it on strategy. They seem to use the ERS fairly effectively if we just leave them to it. Leave the fuel and just see what happens. And once the car's more competitive, we can get more involved. No new parts yet. We're rushing a front wing, which is going to be ready in April. And then we've got a massive underfloor update coming for Monaco that specifically we've made it very good in low speed corners. We are coming under a bit of pressure from the two Williams at the moment. But that's fine. I mean, we're sticking to strategy. Yellow flag in sector 3.
That's a spin. Let's have
Latifi's gone round.
Let's look. We're watching Nicholas
Sorry,
Latifi.
Gotifi's gone round. He was actually beating Albon for a change.
That's where they spin
And
out.
he's just lost it all on his own. I feel we've just got to chill here because this is where our car is, right? We didn't underfuel, no. We're getting some fuel back now. We just left the fuel on what it was. I don't know how much difference that would make because you'd have to save quite a bit to underfuel. It's obviously worth a few temps a lap, but at the moment we need that times 3 to be anywhere near anybody. So we're just going to let these two chill. They're slowly gapping Albon. Well, Albon's not really posing a threat at the moment. I don't know how Vettel's suddenly using up all his fuel. But, yeah, we need some upgrades. Right, we're currently tracking a little bit higher than strategy for Piastri. Piastri due to come in around about lap 23, 24. We're just fighting Williams. You know, if this was Ferrari versus Red Bull, we'd be winning comfortably. Maybe it is. I mean, look at this. If you keep it on neutral, right? They use and regen it at the rate that I would expect them to. If we go to like deploy with Vettel, he should close right up on Piastri now, right? And he is, to be fair. To be fair, okay. So that does kind of work. then it's pretty much drained. So if we then have to reharvest it, see how long it takes to come back up. We've already lost way more than we had in the tank before pit stops happening. So that gap is now much bigger. So I don't think there's any point in deploying. Unless, of course, you're trying to overtake someone. Like, once we have a quicker car and we're actually fighting people, maybe when you have to get through some slower cars, after you've pitted, then it's probably useful because you've got the speed to get away again. But otherwise, I don't see the point. And you're right, the fuel is all over the place. Albon's gaining. Yeah, well, we were playing around with the harvest. We've dropped him again now. I mean, Vettel's on the hard tyre as well. Oh, so's Albon, to be fair. So we're on the same strategy. I mean, Vettel's just pulled off a cracky move on Magnussen. Now, this is what I mean. Watch the next...
Aston Martin with a
yeah.
great play
Okay,
there.
Crofty.
They've moved up a place.
We had no pace compared to these guys. We were 11 seconds off the pack. So Magnussen, when he got past, should have disappeared. And now it's like an AI algorithm's taken over again. And it's like, oh, these cars are now going to be the two cars that are battling. So Magnussen's now, you watch, he'll be stuck there for like 5 laps. He'll get past, and then Sebastian Vettel will just use the DRS again to get past him. There we go. There goes Magnussen.
Looks like Aston
I bet
Martin
it's not going to happen this
have
time,
just
is it?
gained a race position.
Okay. But it has felt like that at times. Piastri's quite a bit up the road. That's lost Vettel quite a bit of pace doing that. But we'll stick to strategy, right? These guys are probably two-stopping, pitting so early. Piastri forcing Bottas out wide. Piastri currently tracking pretty well, and so is Vettel in terms of the strategy. Piastri trying to come back at Bottas. Like, the thing I'm wondering is if I'm overthinking it. Like, I'm sure there'll be guides and there'll be lots of information on how to effectively use these, but I'm wondering if the game is more geared towards the race is more of a watch experience in terms of you pick a strategy, you react to safety cars and red flags. If you're in a battle, again, this makes no sense. 3.8, 0.8, they're both on 73 kilograms. Now if we go push, and whether it's just catered towards like the race is being a bit more relaxed and you just have to do the work in the strategy, in the management side of it. I guess it's kind of probably the same frustration that race engineers probably have with their drivers, right? They're probably like, I've given you all the tools, you've deployed at the right time, you got the fuel, and you still can't pass this guy, or that guy passed you easily. You know, it's the drivers at the end of the day. And talking of drivers, Oscar Piastri, currently 8 seconds clear of his teammate at his home race in only his 3rd Grand Prix. Yeah, that would make sense, Greg. Maybe. The slipstream is just... You know, once they're in that window, all of a sudden it makes a big difference. Which it does, but... You know, not the kind of difference we're seeing. Right now his fuel's just all of a sudden disappeared. So, we'll push that back. Right, how long have we got to Piastri's? So he's tracking a little bit better. So we might try and go a bit longer, because if the less fuel we have in the car when we switch to the soft tyres, hopefully the longer he'll then be able to go on the softs, which are obviously the ideal. That's where his speed's going to come from. And Vettel obviously still just over halfway through his first stint. And Vettel's nowhere, you know. Now Piastri's in the tow of Bottas. He's just disappearing from his teammate. He's disappearing from Ricciardo and Magnussen as well, interestingly. He's using the tow of Bottas really well. No, let's just go another lap. We can. We're not at the drop-off zone yet, so he's in the tow. I think it'd be stupid to box him just yet. Vettel's struggling so much, man. Just goes to show how much the ratings matter in this game. Like, he's rated, what, 8 higher than Piastri? Of course, he's still better than Stroll, of course. Well, to be fair, we were totally justified to get rid of Stroll. Alright, he's dropping off the back now, Piastri, so maybe we will box him this lap. The other thing we've got to consider, obviously, Piastri's got to do 2 stops, Vettel's only doing 1. So it's not over between those two. Let's go on board with Piastri for his stop then. Don't muck it up, boys, not in front of his home crowd. He's having a blinding race considering the dog he's driving. Under 3 seconds, please, lads, come on. Lovely, 2.8. Now he goes. He's going to come out just behind his teammate. There goes Vettel. And he should clear Albon just. Albon going to have a look into turn 1. All over the back of Piastri. Now this is a good opportunity, if I was allowed to defend. Use a little bit of fuel.
Yeah, copy.
Let's just see if we can get out of DRS of Albon. This will be a bigger test for how these commands work. Like, this is a car that's much more similar on pace than us. And Piastri is on, let's not forget, brand new soft tyres. He should be disappearing. It doesn't make any sense, man. Like, he's in the quicker car, he's on brand new tyres. He's using extra fuel, he's using overtake. I'm gonna have to go back to neutral because we just used it all. What if we go aggressive on there? Does that make any difference?
We can lean on the tyres more. Copy.
Please, you wouldn't need to go aggressive. Soft tyres against hard tyres. It's like a 2-second a lap difference, and Albon's all over him. It was bad, man. There's something wrong. Something doesn't add up here.
Safe fuel, safe fuel. Copy. Yeah, take it easy. Copy.
Tell me I'm not seeing stuff, mate, guys, right? Like, It doesn't make any sense. And it's so game breaking. Albon's now past him. And what lap times has he just done? Piastri's a second quicker than Vettel. Albon didn't change tyres, did he? No, he's still on very old hard tyres. I mean, it's good, Kagan. I'm a bit peeved about a couple of things, but like that's a bit of an understatement. I'm really getting fucked off with how nothing seems to make sense with the on-track stuff. But no, I mean, it's an F1 management game that looks like this. You've got to enjoy it, but they need to fix a few things. It's race number 3, Hagen. It's the 3rd race of the season in Australia. Right, how many laps till Vettel pits? Fair few. Piastri's actually tracking a little bit better. He's still lapping very well compared to Vettel, so he's doing the lap times, just Albon's finding pace from nowhere. So let's speed things up a little bit. I think it's slipstream. I think you're right, Greg. As soon as they get in that slipstream, they just disappear. Yeah, it looks great. Completely, Kagan. Like, I think if I wasn't doing this for a series or a stream series, and like, if I'd just played this on my own, so I think I'd be having so much more fun. But I feel like I have to be critical when you're talking about it and streaming it, and the truth is, the AI, there's an issue somewhere at the moment. And it's an issue I've not seen a single streamer or anybody mention so far. And that's a real problem, right? People are getting so swept up in this game. Like, yes, look how amazing it looks. Like, graphics. It's like, great. And this, I said that from word go. It has to be a good management game. And at the moment, if the race mechanics are broken, it's not a good management game. Doesn't matter how pretty it looks. See on neutral. I think we have to harvest with Piastri a little bit. Just that one lap of using overtake has not gone well. Albon now looking to make the move on ancient hard tyres. I mean, we are only racing Williams, I know, but it just feels like it destroys strategy. Like, you would have planned for a whole race, right? So, okay, I'm gonna make sure I pit Piastri at the perfect time so that he comes back out ahead of Albon. You come back out ahead of him on brand new tyres, and Albon's still there 10 laps later because the slipstream's broken. And now he's attacking because Piastri's got no tyres left because it's been 10 laps on him. It's so pretty. It's really pretty. Oh, how long have we got to stop? Vettel's nearly there. Piastri got a few more laps. Vettel can probably go aggressive now. He's already got...
Now.
Actually, no.
Copy.
Because he wasn't going to make the end anyway.
Drop back a bit.
So he does kind of need to go as far as he can. Actually, I wonder if...
Some lift and coast will help that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, we could maybe try and get Piastri past Vettel and get Vettel to hold Albon up, but Albon's in the pits. Right, Vettel needs to push now. We are going to pit him because we don't want Albon to undercut him. What are we going at? We're going on to mediums, aren't we?
Box, box.
Right, oh boys, we need to get out ahead of him.
Pick up the pace a bit.
I can get that harvesting done, but also push a bit with Piastri, because I don't want to wait too long, because I don't want him to be stuck behind Albon. Comes Vettel. I think Albon actually got caught up in a lot of traffic. So Vettel is quite comfortably going to stay ahead. Lovely job. And we can probably look after everything now. That's fine. I mean, we're so far away from anybody else. But we're clear of Albon.
Get back off.
Yeah.
That leaves a nice little window for...
So Sebastian, we are all okay on fuel, all okay on fuel, so you can do what you want for speed.
Yeah, copy.
Sometimes the
low
radio messages go together really nicely.
Copy.
Oh shit, you're stuck in deploy. Sorry, Seb.
We just need to charge up.
Okay, copy.
Could they not have found them more cheerful? Is that really how Sebastian Vettel is? Oh, good God. I guess if you've been driving an Aston Martin for the last 2 years, after being a full-time world champion, you probably are quite moody. Right, Oscar can probably go one more lap. With those issues for Albon, we should be able to clear him. Albon went on to mediums as well. Lap times. We're still waiting for lap times from those guys. Albon did a 25.4. So we're doing about the same pace. With Albon's mistakes, we should clear him by 5 or 6 seconds here. So I think we can probably afford to back off a little bit and do one more lap. So we'll do one more with Piastri, then box him, and he should come out. Wait, where's... Oh, he's doing one more now anyway. How's Albon just closed up? Oh, Vettel had to let traffic through. That's why Albon got held up. It's the lap traffic. Right, Vettel needs to use some fuel now and a little bit aggressive. We need to re-establish that gap. As we saw from the last stint, we cannot let Albon get into the DRS.
Happy to push.
Copy.
Because it is disastrous. Right, let's box Piastri then. The strategy's kind of worked, you know. He's come back out pretty much where Vettel was.
Box.
Right, I think that's done the trick. We'll keep the fuel up because he's got a lot spare. And we'll go back to neutral on that. Right, Piastri's final stop of the race, onto the medium tyres. Let's see if he can clear his teammate and, more importantly, Albon. Good stop. We had a plus 3 second stop in the first race. We've not seen one since, thankfully. Boys have responded. That's one of the Ferraris. That's Carlos Sainz, I think. Having a bit of an incident with him. He lets him through now, but Piastri clears. Oh, Vettel's thinking about having a move on his teammate, though. We don't want to get Albon involved. Let's give him a level playing field.
Okay, happy to lift and coast.
Let's Mercedes this shit. Let's, actually no, let's... Piastri's got a little bit deployed to use.
Use energy.
Copy.
To be honest, he's got fuel and energy. Fuck
No
equality.
saving required.
Copy.
He's done the better job to date. To be honest, it's probably not going to make a difference. Vettel will just stay in that slipstream now. Yeah, we've deployed for Piastri, we've put his engine mode up and he just cannot pull away. And Vettel now with the DRS is attacking him. Right, let's give him...
Save fuel.
Give him a level playing field, for God's sake. Vettel round the outside of his young teammate. The two Aston Martin still battling away. Come on, guys. We can't lose to a Williams today, on top of everything else. Vettel gets ahead then. He's not happy with being 3-0 down in qualifying. We've got a yellow flag in sector 3. Crash involving several cars. Are we going to see a safety car?
And several cars involved.
What's happened?
We can take a look now. Now watch this.
The Alpine of Fernando Alonso. Is that Latifi? It's the Gotifi and Alonso in that corner.
Oh no! And there's the crash.
What's Alonso's problem into that corner?
There'll be questions asked about that later.
Copy.
It's got to be safety car. Surely. Let me jump to Alonso. Latifi even. No, it wasn't. He's fine. Okay. I've seen so many big crashes. Well, we've seen 2 now in 2 races. No safety cars. Very disappointed. Not even a VSC.
This is good. Come on.
How typical is it, Fernando Alonso, that corner at Australia? Come on, boys, please. I'm going to let you race, but... Okay, let's use a little bit of fuel. They've both got it. As long as we give them the same tools at the same time, it's fair, right? Sebastian's tyres are a little bit marginal towards the end, but... Piastri all over the back of him. Round the outside he goes. Vettel now fighting it back. Down the main straight, they've got the 2 Mercedes coming through. Of George Russell and Lewis Hamilton. Jesus, Piastri. He's going to sideswipe into Hamilton there, and battle is resumed between the 2 teammates then. At least we're getting this entertainment, right? between our two drivers. It might be for 17th and 18th place. But they've been phenomenal today in terms of against each other anyway. Vettel raising his game in the race. We're pulling nicely clear of Albon, so we'll let them race and get on through it a little bit. We got to be fair, right? Vettel saved a bit more fuel, but at the same time, got to be fair between the drivers at this stage. That's Vettel getting back past Piastri. We will go back on board with them towards the end of the race just to see how the battle turns out. There's Piastri on Vettel again. They're doing it cleanly at the moment, at least. We've got a bit of fuel to use. Albon is closing a little bit, so let's just do that for a couple of laps. Back to normal. I mean, we could watch that battle all day, right? But at the end of the day, it's not really something we need to see. Piastri's got himself nicely ahead of Vettel. That gap opening up a little bit. Looks like he's going to win that battle today. As we go on board. We could use the fuel. There's not really much point. As we're not going to catch anyone, it's just going to wear the engine. So it is going to be Oscar Piastri at his home race that gets the better over his four-time world champion, Sebastian Vettel. It's 17th and 18th again. You could have predicted it. But still, the Australian crowd appreciate that.
This will be our last lap.
At least he gets to finish his home Grand Prix. Yet again, there's no retirements, there's no safety cars, there's no red flags. It was all pretty vanilla race, and we follow each other home then, unfortunately. A lot of work still to do. We've got a lot of upgrades in the pipeline. We've got the new front wing. We've got the Monaco spec floor.
The finish line and today's winner.
As long as the guys don't go mad at celebrating this again. Because they've got to remember this is 17th and 18th place. It's Piastri for the first time this season that is the better of our drivers. He's improving.
Aston Martin had a good enough weekend.
That's better, guys, right? You don't need to be jumping around like you've just won a Grand Prix for finishing 17th and 18th.
With the race wrapped up, the team is ranked in 9th in the constructor standings.
Now the teams will be looking ahead to Imola, where the season progresses with the Emilia-Romagna
Nice.
Grand Prix.
Okay.
Get ready for some fierce competition.
Well, there we go then. Piastri, I think, deservedly ahead. The strategy worked, Greg. It's definitely better than the one stop, just about. But we're still a long way off being competitive. And it's only Haas along with ourselves and Williams that haven't scored. That's okay. 8th is the target by the end of the season, so we'll probably need to get some points, but we don't need to worry too much about it at the moment. We'll see once we get the upgrades how much difference it starts making to the car. Right. There we go, lads. That's going to be it for streaming for today. We've been going since... Well, we tried to stream at 3 and everything broke, so we started at 4. So we've been going a decent amount today. We are going to be back tomorrow. We're going to have a stream from probably about... I was going to stream from 10 AM. I don't feel like I need to do that, to be honest. So we'll probably start about 1. And we're going to go a long time tomorrow as well. We'll go maybe to 11 or 12 at night. We'll do the main big stream tomorrow to start getting through the upgrades, see if the car actually improves now that we've got a handle on the base of the game, and see if we can start making some progress. But look, thank you everybody that tuned in today. You know, Greg, Liam, Frederick, Kagan. Greg, good to see you back, buddy. And yeah, you obviously just prefer the manager content than sim racing, which is, you know, good that it's back. And welcome back to the channel. It's been good to have you about. And Kagan as Liam as always, and Frederick. So yeah, jump in again tomorrow if you want, or you know, the VODs are going to go up at the moment. I've decided to do live streams over a series. It's just easier for me than having to worry about recording and editing and then getting it up. We can just live stream it. But you know, if you want it in the old format, the VODs will always be there to view at your own pleasure. So, and we will be doing a full series of this. You know, we're going to try and take them to the top, and we'll be streaming at least 2 or 3 times a week in between the normal sim racing content. So yeah, thanks everybody for joining along. I hope you have a good rest of your Thursday evening, and I'll catch you again tomorrow in a bit.